From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Mexico City. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. Come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Ready.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set, ready, set.
Here's Rattler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Rattler. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing is Rattler. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Watch out now. 50,
to the air is Rattler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Allen going to change it up. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's on the guard, David Edwards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Completes it to Coleman. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in his first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd
losing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. But let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Ready. Fight 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Coleman, the man in motion left. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Up the middle, it's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 25, here's second down and 7. Allen going to change the look here. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Bradler wants to throw it. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. 43 rail. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Catch made. It's Moreau. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Set. Ready. Cut.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Cut.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara from 17 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
A point after, good by Grupe. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Strike 2.
Rattler from the gun, third down. Rolling to his right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Here's Rattler. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now second down and a few inches. Allen, Cook up the gut. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Throwing, Allen, Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Down.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say adios from Mexico City. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And here we go from New Orleans. Mecole Hardman now on the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The give to Pacheco to start the drive. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Perine. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. Now pass play, here's Mahomes. He's up, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run it with Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Shotgun handoff to Perine. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The counter give here to Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Pacheco. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that forces them to 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Completes this one to Hill. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good for a Saints.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Wilson's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, ball at the 36. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. 2nd and 8. Escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go them. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Rattler. That finds Miller, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here's the snap on 4th. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw, Mahomes. Can't get it to him, incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They fake the handoff, now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. What a play to beat the defense on fourth down. It's 23 yards and a first.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Buys time, rolling right. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. His return starts at the 5. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Again, it's Miller. And he's swallowed up by one of the big guys up front right at the line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. Racing down the left side. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Rattler setting to throw. That's into the hands of Moreau. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Now Rattler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
This one's caught. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for... Kamara running out of the gun. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Saints now trail by just a point in the fourth. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Hardman with a return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. That one hits for 30. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut it to a point late in this one. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On the move, headed right. And down he goes. They get to him for a sack, and that may just save this game. They remain up by 1. Things trim back down to a single-point, Brock, as they send this off and away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face 2nd down. Running behind center with Kamara. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Here he is to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a gain of 22. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Running right, it's Kamara. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
double.
You always call it the best formation in football, Brock. They're going to line up to take that knee and run out some clock. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee and the seconds tick away towards a win. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the Saints. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And this one goes out of bounds on the opening kickoff. That is a rough start for the kicker and his team as the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. He'll push forward for about a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. We'll try and run here with Miller. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Smith ready.
On the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
It's the game of life. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Kamara. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. Held him on 4th down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he will score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Check white. 22 needle. Yellow. Line. Opposite. Green. Cut.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Danielle Hunter with the stop. Throwing is Rattler. Throw left side. That's Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter.
Saints nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
10 cycles. Ready?
Looking to throw, Rattler. This one grabbed by Austin. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A give up the middle with Kamara. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Christian Harris there on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Here's Rattler. He finds Austin with the grab. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense has it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
They'll go right back to Mixon. Oh, the defense snuffed that one out. He'll lose yardage, mark him back at the 3. It is 3rd and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet. We see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet. And as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup. And he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Saints will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Now Rattler going to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Rattler now back to throw. crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He'll drop to throw. That's Moreau, the tight end, open downfield. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to the air one more time. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. And he will take this one in.